Last time we reached for the stars. This time, we'll be fighting gravity, because our next target is none other than Gravity Man, who not only has my favorite stage in Mega Man 5, but one of my favorite stages in all of Mega Man. To start things off, some unique enemies, Susie G's. They're pretty standard. They just shoot at you while staying in place. However, they are affected by the stage's main gimmick, which we will encounter momentarily. But for now, Gravitons. They drop red balls to impede your progress. Make up your own joke here. Another unique enemy, Nobita. They walk back and forth, popping their head up every once in a while. And speaking of unique, here is the stage's main gimmick, anti-gravity panels. Your center of gravity will change the direction the arrow is pointing. And as you can see, the Susie G's are also affected by said gravity panels. So be careful. That extra life can be a little awkward to get. In fact, this stage can be a little awkward as a whole if you aren't used to the main gimmick. But once you do get used to it, Gravity Man's stage is pretty simple overall. Right here, Techyuns. They're pretty much your standard ball and chain enemies. Just avoid them when they swing round. I also like the music that plays in Gravity Man's stage. It's very bouncy. Alright, Geronimo! By the way, that machinery in the background looks really cool. Hey, it's the return of the Bee-Bitters from Starman's stage. Or did they appear in Starman's stage? I'm not really sure. We might as well speaking of which, we might as well demonstrate the Star Crash. The Star Crash is like every other shield weapon, except unlike the Skull Barrier, you can throw it. And it's also better than the Leaf Shield in Mega Man 2 because you automatically threw it if you moved even 1 inch. So I guess that makes the Star Crash slightly better, but in the end, it's still just another shield weapon. The only useful shield weapons are the Junk Shield from Mega Man 7, the Jewel Satellite from Mega Man 10, Mega Man 9, that's where it appeared, and the Water Shield from Mega Man 10. By the way, that purple thing is known as a Power Muscler. It jumps and comes slamming down, and although I did defeat it, you're better off just avoiding it. Another thing that can be annoying about these Gravitons is the balls they drop can block your shots. So be sure to take them out before you take the Susie G's down. Now this section can be a little awkward because you don't want to accidentally fall to your doom. And speaking of awkward, this letter can also be quite difficult to grab because you need to get it on your trip down. Hey, we did it! I guess it wasn't so difficult after all. Ow! Jerk. Alright, moving right along. We're doing pretty well so far. We just have a few more enemies to clear before we reach the end. Alright, speaking of new enemies, this is a Pukapelli. Pukapellis fly around and try to impede your progress. Generally, you'll want to take them out because there's a chance they could interrupt your jumps. Okay, that was close. Close with a capital C. Okay, we're at the end. Time to equip the Star Crash. Make sure you are aware of the throwing mechanic because that'll make this fight a lot easier. Hey, Gravity Man, how's it going, buddy? Gravity Man will flip the gravity in the room constantly, and every now and then he'll try and shoot you with his arm cannon. What you need to do is one of two things. One, get close to him and hit him with the Star Crash, or two, the better option would be to just throw the shield at him. Like that! And Gravity Man has been grounded. Weapon number 2. You got Gravity Hold. The gravity hold is pretty cool. It sends enemies into space by reversing their gravity. Yeah. It's about as crazy as it sounds, but it is one of the more effective weapons in the game. Next time on Mega Man 5, we're going to go after our third Robot Master. Who will it be? Well, you'll just have to wait and find out. See ya!